Hi, everybody, and welcome to Global Badass Goddess. Today, we are speaking with Tyler Ornstein, the founder, designer, and creator of this yummy coffee, acidic-free coffee, which we're going to talk about. I'm so excited. It's called Tyler's Coffee. He was one of the youngest entrepreneurs I've met, starting since the age of 15, loving the smell of coffee, as he said, at 5. Going on to support him was his biochemist father. Tyler's Coffee now is on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Jet.com, and many other retailers. And in addition, 1,000 stores across the nation, including national grocery chains. Amazing. That's where he is. You catch his coffee. I'm looking forward to having some myself. Today, Tyler's Coffee boasts 80% growth year over year with more than 2 million cups of coffee. That's extraordinary. I'm excited to meet Tyler and have a conversation with him. So, welcome, Tyler. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm so grateful that you're doing this, and I love it. I love coffee now, and I've understood the positive principles of coffee, but then also the acidic ones. So we're going to jump into that. So I want to kind of just give everybody an idea of like your story. Like you started at 15. I mean, how many people start their entrepreneur skills at 15? So I'd love to have you just share with us a little bit more about that and your fascinating journey. So just please share with us.
Absolutely. So the way I started is exactly how you said it. At 14 years old, door to door on a bicycle, I started drinking coffee when I was 5 years old, and my father and I kind of bonded over the coffee, and he actually started getting stomach ulcers, and he's a chemist, and he figured out that that went to the doctor. The doctor said, "Hey, you can't drink coffee anymore." And he said, "No, that's not an option." So he actually invented himself out of the problem. Very good at it. He's actually invented himself out of so many world
Wow.
problems. It's amazing. But long story short, he said, "Hey, how would you like to have the opportunity to sell this coffee?" Now he went and he found a electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, and a biochemist like himself. And all three of these eggheads got together and figured out how to perfectly roast the coffee without blooming any tannin and lipid acids.
Yeah.
Not blooming any tannin and lipid acids, we're able to yield a neutral pH. So I'm not the inventor, but I'm the co-founder, and I did co-invent the coffee, but it was a group project. But what my claim to fame is I did all the branding, I did all the marketing, I did all the development, the web development, the bags, the all the way from door to door to hopefully every store
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, Tyler, what's Z roasting? Was
The,
that it that your dad designed, developed,
yeah,
whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, so zero roasting is a very interesting thing. So if you take a bean as a whole, right? Inside that bean, there's molecular structure, and molecular structure has everything it needs to quote unquote live. And so photosynthesis uses tannin and lipid acids.
Okay.
Well, those tannin and lipid acids are good for converting sunlight into sucrose and causing an energy for the plant, but they're really bad for us because we don't have the ability to digest that in our GI tract.
Hmm.
So people that have Crohn's, GERD, interstitial cystitis, leaky gut, OAB, any kind of stomach-related modality cannot drink coffee anymore. So this is actually a coffee that people can drink. And what's really exciting is we're able to take people that haven't been able to drink coffee for 5, 10 years, and they try the product, they purchase the product, they like the product, they like it so much that they do video testimonials, that they
Wow.
post it on Facebook. This is all pro bono, this is all free. And that's when you really have a great product, is when you stop selling it and you let your customer base sell it for you.
Right. That makes total sense. And that really tells you the quality of the coffee. I mean, if you're getting somebody that's like, they they've got leaky gut, they've got, Crohn's, whatever, and they're actually taking a step forward to like drink some of this, that's like, whoa, that's pretty scary. But then they turn around, they can drink it. Now, do you find that there's still health benefits to do you still get caffeine out of the coffee?
immensely. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So our coffee is actually roasted to perfection. And when you do not over roast the coffee, you don't burn the caffeine off of the coffee. So there's a lot of coffees out there that, and kind of sideline here, the FDA does not regulate the coffee industry, period. I mean, there's zero nutritional facts, there's zero anything. If it's just pure coffee, the FDA does not get involved.
Wow.
Only regulatory agency that does get involved is the USDA. And when we say these terms, but people that know, they go, wow. People that don't know, it's fine. We want to re-educate. So single sourced USDA certified organic coffee is our product. So what that means is that we only purchase from a single plantation in Chiapas, Mexico, that is certified by the NOP regulatory agency of the USDA, that then sends the coffee to our roastery that is certified by the USDA for the certification, and then we produce it. So the supply chain is extremely, extremely stringent and tight, and that's how we can actually yield, batch to batch consistency of 95 to 98%.
Wow. So how long does it take from the time that you actually get are the beans green when you get them, and then they roast them, and
Yeah.
then that comes to you? Is that the process, and then you guys package it in
Yeah.
Arizona?
So we actually do all our packaging in house.
Hmm.
So much so that our material that is packaged comes from Tucson, and then our boxes come from Tucson that do the K cups, and so we want to keep a very tight supply chain.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we have the best of the best. Tyler's Coffees is known to be two things. One, the back order coffee, because we're always back ordered.
Oh my gosh.
And two, the quality. Like Tyler's Coffees has a brand stigma behind it of, oh, that's Tyler's, that's the quality coffee. And again, people tell us all the time, they're like, how can you sell this for $21.99 a bag? And well, it's because you're buying the best quality product in the whole entire industry.
Yeah. Yeah. And people want that. I mean, because honestly, coffee is medicinal. So
It
there's,
is.
it has medicinal qualities to it. So it can either hurt you or help you. And obviously what you guys have come upon, drink different. Um, drink different,
Yep.
join the revolution. I think that's key. And I don't think that people think in those terms, like that coffee is medicinal. It's just, oh, it just picks me up and makes me feel, good. And it's nice to know that there is someone out there that's being conscious around, having a really quality bean, because I've heard of other things like doing green beans, that kind of stuff, and a variety of things. And acid is like really not good. I'm finding myself, drinking certain coffees and I'm belching, and I know that that's acidic, and I shouldn't be, So anyway, I'm really excited about your coffee, and I actually haven't tried any yet, so I'd like to. And this has been,
Amazon. Amazon is
yeah,
what we tell people all the time. I mean, we've got eBay, Jet,
yeah,
Walmart.com. We got some locations in the California area as well, but
yeah,
right now the focus is health,
yeah.
and that's what. So a lot of brands, and this is kind of me taking off my product hat,
It's
my
all
coach.
good.
A lot of brands will start with a agenda or a mission statement and say, okay, this is what we're going to establish in the marketplace. And then they get greedy and they say,
Mm,
hey, if we cut corners here, if we change suppliers here, if we do this, we're able to save more money, put more money on the bottom line. Shareholders are happy. The business is doing well. We look better on paper. Kudos to us, right? The problem that accrues with that is when you start cutting corners, for every action, there's a reaction. And
yeah.
Tyler's Coffee's kind of nipped it at the bud, and we said, okay, we're not going to sacrifice any quality control problems. We're not going to say, hey, we can source it
Yeah.
from this, area because it's going to be, $1 cheaper, or hey, we're only going to source, non-galvanized aluminum bag because it's a 2-layer system, not a triple layer system for freshness. And so by holding my, you know, guns and holding to my guns and making sure that our quality was our number one priority. We didn't really care about anything else. We knew that the customer base would follow. We knew that we would finally get the price point that we deserved. We knew that we were going to be the most expensive in our category, in our industry. But we also knew that we were going to provide a product and an idea that was going to be revolutionary in the second largest commodity item industry, and that's coffee. We're $1.6 trillion industry. So just
Yeah.
wrapping that around that, it's
Wow.
insane.
Yeah. And, I think adding to that consciousness, adding to, I want to be sustainable. I want to really, like, really take care of the planet. I don't want to step over anything. I want quality, I want to make my customers feel good and taste good,
Right.
at the same time, right? Like people walk away feeling, oh, this feels good. Like I just add a tonic, a hot tonic. And like I think that's half the game right there. And I'm so glad I heard about you, because I will be purchasing. Um so
I hear
uh
that a lot. I hear that a lot.
I bet you do. So yeah. So I'm surprised you guys actually haven't. Have you guys put like benefits or anything like that? Like, here are the benefits. I mean, it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
obvious you can find them, but okay.
absolutely.
I didn't see
So the
that.
benefits of drinking acid-free coffee, like I
Mm,
said, are, you don't get any more GI issues. You don't have any more GI problems. Another thing is you're getting the natural caffeine. You're not getting the artificial powdered caffeine. So
oh, interesting.
some roasters, I won't name names, some roasters will over roast their coffee and powder on caffeine.
Wow.
And that's why you get that straight up and then that straight crash. Where
Oh,
Tyler's
interesting.
coffee is a gradual, high. And what's great about it is we have so many people that say I can't drink caffeine. They have a health condition, heart, blood
Yeah.
pressure,
Yeah.
pregnant, so on and so forth. And we're really, really excited about our decaf because our decaf is, we call it the trifecta. We're Swiss water. So what Swiss water is it's a 100% all natural water process that steams out the caffeine. We don't use any methylene chloride or methylene glycol. Methylene chloride and methylene glycol can be found in your
Wow.
Freon. Sorry, not Freon, on your antifreeze in your car.
Good Lord.
So it's a 100% natural decaffeination process. Number two, single source USDA certified organic, and obviously number three is the acid-free coffee. So a lot of our customers really swear by our decaf. We sell almost 1-to-1, and that's unheard of.
Wow. Wow. So what's your vision for the company going forward? I mean, where do you see yourself?
Well, growth is always a very big conversation. I would say that year over year growth has been astronomical, but again, I'm not going to take credit for that. What I am going to do is I'm going to take credit for producing a product that the customer has been purchasing over and over and over again. We are nicknamed the backorder coffee for a reason, but we're also nicknamed the prescription coffee.
Mm.
People see it as a prescription, not a subscription. So people that drink coffee, that have an addiction, that switch to Tyler's, they get all the upside and none of the downside. And that's what really excites me, because I guess at a young age, I don't really know how to say how I knew this, but I did, is I knew that whoever's going to create an addiction,
Mm.
you're not going to change that addiction, right? That addiction is going to be essentially held strong by the individual. What you can do, and what we have done, is we've removed a negative connotation, a negative side effect product of addiction, and we've replaced it with a positive side effect and a positive upside product for the addiction. And so that's where Tyler's Coffees really shines. Is we tell people you can drink your coffee and enjoy it too.
Yeah, that's so great. I'm just so looking forward to tasting that. So, couple more questions before we leave you. I wanted to know, um, what do you love about your work?
Every day I'm waking up and I'm seeing people sending me messages, sending me Facebook, instant messages, saying I've changed their life. I've
Wow.
helped them. They can drink coffee now. They love it. Um, every single time we sell a bag of Tyler's coffees, I know it's going to a good place.
Yeah.
And I think that's really where the profit leaves, and the business comes in. I mean, let me explain that. Every single business owner wants to be profitable. So do I. But I would rather, and I told my parents this, is they would come to me all the time and go, well, did you make more sales? Did you make more sales? Did you make more sales? Yeah, I get it. We need to make more sales and we need to make more money. But we need to make sure that our product is sound. And
Yeah.
so I made sure that our product was sound before I really started ramping up. Now, the most important metric that I ever talk to about my team, at my office, whatever, is I say, guys, we need to sell more coffee than we did last month. And if we can do that, I don't even care if it's 100 bags or 1,000 bags, but if we can do that consecutively, then we will succeed. We will have growth. And a lot of business owners that I talk to, not every single one, but a lot of business owners, they only see profit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I sit down with them, and by the way, another thing that I and lived on ramen and mattress as furniture and lived in an apartment to buy more coffee for customers, I made it a very certain factor that I don't have to worry about profit as long as I keep getting customer base. And so when
Yeah.
I go and I talk to businesses for free, I do not charge for my time at all. I am not a consultant. And again, if you do have business questions, please email me, Tyler at Tyler's Coffees with an S.com, Tyler at Tyler's with an S, coffees with an S.com. I'd love to field any questions that you. I was one. And whenever, but majority of them say, what?
Okay. Yeah. So great, Tyler. I think that we're going to have everything in the, in below on the information to reach out to Tyler. And seriously, if anybody has any questions as far as medicinal qualities and how to, just, yeah, reach out to him.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that'll be great. And so, first of all, I want to say congratulations and thank you for being upfront and getting out there as a young man and a young entrepreneur and really putting your heart in the right place when it comes to really making a difference for people. And I just think that's so important. And we're just really grateful for that, for young men out there doing that. So we really appreciate that.
much appreciated.
Yeah. And so I'd love to leave with a couple of questions. I get to spring this one on everybody. I want you to finish the sentence. And the sentence goes, if I could,
That's it.
if I could, I would, if I could.
Okay. Well, you asked the question, so I'll give you the answer. If I could, which I've actually, believe it or not, figured out how. It's just a sense of money. And I think to build the concept, maybe an up and running small operation just to see how it goes before you go to mass scale would probably run about $50 million. But what I would like to do is I would like to create essentially there is an absorbent, and when I mean absorbent, I mean metric tons of millions of all trash.
Yes.
And what we're doing is we're not figuring out a good way to reuse the trash for energy.
Exactly.
And what I've created in my head is the idea that every single thing to the core value becomes carbon.
Yes.
So if you actually bring it to a certain temperature, there's nothing in this world that doesn't go to pure carbon. And so what pure carbon is diamonds. And so I know this is going to sound really funny,
No, I love it.
but I want to, if I had the ability to, I would love to create trash diamonds.
Love it. I love it. That's so great. Yay. Because we can turn ourselves into diamonds. So I love it.
Yeah, and so if you're creating trash diamonds, what you're doing is you have a resource or kind of a fun little like, hey, we're gonna sell this diamond, but it came from trash, so that's kind of a
Yeah.
fun marketing toy. But the way I see it in another level is we would be able to figure out the outgassing procedure to run a turbine, and to run a turbine would create friction. Friction creates energy. Energy can be stored and reused as back. Essentially what we want to do is create a nuclear energy facility, but it runs on trash.
Right. That's clean. Yeah. Gotcha. Non-toxic. Love it. You're great, Tyler. I'm so excited. You're just starting out your life. You're awesome. You're making me happy, making me smile. I'm feeling really good. This is great. Makes me feel like I think we're all in better hands with someone such as yourself. So so thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and let you go. And last of all, if you have any inspiration or anything, words of wisdom that you may want to share with us, do you have anything to leave us with?
Sure. I'll leave you with this. If you want to become an entrepreneur, do it. I know that sounds really cliche. Let me finish. If you want to become an entrepreneur, do it, but only do it. The one thing that really bugs me is when someone says, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I've got a job. Now, there's nothing wrong with a job. I love jobs. I think jobs are fantastic. But if you really, really want to be an entrepreneur, you have to get rid of everything that's going to be a distraction or that's going to hinder your dreams and your passion and your drive. And
100%.
you just got to be 100% locked, stock, and barreled into your idea. And it doesn't have to be forever. But what it has to be is at least, and I know this sounds crazy, but you at least have to invest a 5 year minimum
Mm,
into yourself of being a business owner. If you fall and you fail within that 5 years, I mean, hey, it was a great experience, and hopefully you didn't
totally.
skin your knee that hard. But what really bothers me, and before COVID, I would go around and I would speak and I'd be on panels and I'd be interviewed and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, people would come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, I love this," and we would talk. But what it was okay. Are you 100% certified, focused in
Hmm.
this venture, or are you working a job and taking care of your kids? And I'm not saying don't take care of your kids, but I'm saying when you start putting obstacles or barriers
Yep.
in front of your business, it will destroy you and it will destroy everything else in your path.
Yeah. Agreed. Definite words of wisdom. Thank you so much, Tyler. Really appreciate your time. And everybody, yeah, Tyler's Coffee, go check it out. There'll be all the information lower in the box down there, down below. Anyway, so I just want to say join the revolution and drink different. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah.